Hello everybody and welcome to another course rotation in Gold Clash. And a course rotation is something that happens roughly every 3 seasons where the game makers decides to shift around a little bit so people that are playing tour play quite a bit get something fresh to work with. I think that's a great thing, and it also keeps us on our toes to always keep steady tweaks going when it comes to our tour guides that we do host for tours 7 to 13. Now, you have our website goldclashtommy.com, which always are going to be updated alongside the game, and we have loads of free content there. But for those that do take their tour game is even more seriously than that, and also have a goal with it, like maybe you want to complete a specific tour, you might want to complete the whole tour system and stuff like that, then the premium guides are the way to go. We in our team have years of experience, and I myself have been working with tour guides for, I don't even know how many years it is, but loads of years, which means that we have collected so much data and information over the years. That means that we will always stay ahead in terms of coming with the correct and the best possible information. Now, obviously, experience is not everything. I do believe that when it comes to the format that we are providing these guides in, which is a golden shot-like format, which we'll see here later in this video, which makes everyone kind of feel a bit familiar with the way that we are providing guides and also feel comfortable with being able to follow them right away. When it comes to our tour guides, you can access them, but again, it's premium guides. They can only be accessed via patreon.com/goldclashtommy, or if you do a purchase on PayPal on the site. If you're interested in the PayPal version, you can always email support@goldclashtommy.com. Let them know what tour you're interested in and how that you can make a purchase. But otherwise, you go to Patreon. On Patreon, we do have a shop. In that shop, you can make a one-time purchase, and once you made that one-time purchase for that specific tour that you're looking for, boom, that will reveal the live link to the specific tour, and then you can get going. When it comes to those of you that do have tour guides in your package already on Patreon, or if you do sign up to include it in your package, which, you know, either or works the same, then to get the live link, then you email support@goldclashtommy.com or send us a direct message on a Patreon platform. In the beginning of a tour rotation, we're always trying to fill the guides as quickly as possible, but make no mistakes, there is no rush in terms of getting things out. Things needs to be secured, that it is the correct courses, obviously, but also that it's working the correct way. Always when making tour guides, there's always a lot of tweaks being made, even though we have had the same type of courses when we have been playing before. A shortcut can be to scan the QR code here on the screen, but I do think this is enough talking from me. I think here now, continuing in the video, you will see me go through an example guide we have made so you can understand how we are building and how we are thinking when it comes to providing the best tour guides on the market. Have in mind that this is an example guide. Here we have just been putting some notes a little bit here and there to try to explain our guide process and how we are building our tour guides. And we're gonna start at the front page, which is explaining what type of tour it is. You don't really see that, but it says tour 9 up there, you see, and then shootout guide. And then you have on the left hand side some live clickable links to useful places, such as our website, to the YouTube, and also to the Telegram chat, because the Telegram chat is where you can ask questions directly if you don't want to send me or anyone in the team a direct message. Now you have the version control on the bottom right corner. See version 1.0 of the 1st of September 2024, which is quite a while ago, because I'm actually making this video here in 2025, but I've just been lazy not updating that on the example slide. I think that says most of the things. The general advice page is something we strongly advise everyone to read through, because here you have so many answers to the question that you may have. Here we go through what type of ball we kind of suggest to play with, and that is referencing as katanas in this instance. And if we would be suggesting something else, we would obviously be written in a different way. Have in mind that you can obviously use other ball types that has similar stats And you can also play with other ball types that may not have exactly the same stats, but you feel like, okay, it's good enough and it's close enough, and then you can go with that in mind. The spin suggested is in the middle of a specific wind range, and in this example is the middle of wind 4. And wind 4 is the blue one, just to give you that as reference. You see, if you look at where I'm having my pointer or cursor, whatever it's called, it's this one here. This is, again, just for us to explain, so you know a base from what we have worked from. Again, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work with a higher or lower wind, but something to take into consideration is if you have a much lower wind and then in the middle of the wind 4 range, you most likely have to adapt the spin slightly, and that's the same if you have a much higher wind. Then we do have the driver. Thor's hammer is preferred. Even in the lower tours, we suggest Thor's hammer, because even from level 3 and up, Thor's hammer is a brilliant club because of its backspin. And backspin is super important in shootout because it gives you so much more control. When it comes to wood club and possibly a long iron, then we have in this case sniper and grizzly, where on other tours it might be different, like in tour 13 for an example, it will be cataclysm. Then you see here the green version here, we do have some of the wind angles that do have a video attached to it, and then we have that with a green frame around the box, and you can click on that, you can watch a replay. Now, not all wind angles have that, and but it's important to know what it actually stands for. Then we have all the different, like not all the different, but many different curl references, and with overpower and underpower, because we're using those type of references on the slides, which you will probably see here in the example as well. We go to the next page, which is a menu slide with easy to identify hole images to take you straight to the hole you need, saving you time. So for an example, let's say that we're going to play Park Debris hole number 2. You have this slide up when you're playing. You click on that and you jump straight to that slide. In that case, you don't have to scroll and stress with that, because it might be your turn directly when the shootout opens. Now, if you do want to go back to the menu slide, you press the house, and then you're back here again. So let's go to the example here, and already gone through the home button. I think the landing position is one of the things, or one of many things, that makes our guide stand out compared to others here, is that we are always using before spin pictures. Why do we do that? It's because when you are building a shot setup, and again, look at the golden shot for an example, you do want to reference things that everyone can follow, regardless what type of wind angle you may have. So in this case, let's say that I would be finding this with spin applied. I mean, we will not have the same spins in all the wind angles. And that would then be a need for you to respin, and that will be more time consuming. So that's why we're building aim points before spin. So we're using a ring reference, and we're using a ball guideline reference mainly. Sometimes we use just the ring reference if we can use 2 ring references to use, or sometimes we are just using like a min line or a max line together with ball guideline. But it's always important to try to build a shot using 2 types of references at least. If you only have one, that's going to be very difficult to replicate consistently. 8 wind specific info boxes to give you adjustment, spin and curl, and here you have a big similarity again to the golden shot guide, where we are suggesting the spin and the curl when it comes to the golden shot. Now we do have the adjustment as well. It's not always going to be the same elevation in every wind angle. Sometimes we're also going to have a slide where we have 2 aim points, like one in headwind and one in tailwind and crosswind for an example. So there will be some different information. So obviously this is just an example, but this is how it's going to look. You have the curl as well referenced in the different boxes, and then you can go back obviously to general advice page if you don't really know what we're talking about, like outer wall, you have there OW left curl and such. Then you have the hole overview, landing spots. There's a lot of players that do like to have this, especially if there is a fairway or a hole location that may not be completely clear to where we are landing, then that's gives a more overview indicator. Then we have the key written advice and instructions, which should be easy to follow. It's again like the caddy tip in the regular tournament guides and quick time guides. We are trying to here list certain things that could make life simpler for you, like explaining the aim point in maybe more detail if there's something to think about, and also explain if it is before spin or after spin, and trying, like, it could be as well if there's something to not forget about, or maybe there's a tree in the way so you have to zoom in properly. I mean, it could be many things, but it's all about making it as simple as possible. So this is what you get for all the holes. So you're not just getting this for one par 3. So when you do make an investment as a clan or as an individual, then you will get access to the whole tour that you are investing in. So let's say tour 9, for the sake of the example, as we're in here looking, then you will get access to all the par 3s on tour 9 to give yourself the best possible chance to be a winning player. Historically, players that are using our guide are more than just winning players. They are winning by a lot. Especially once again at the beginning of the rotations, where a lot of players are new and don't really know what they are doing. And that's when you can definitely go in for the kill and max out the tour you have, or just have a much more friendly time before everyone eventually kind of catches up at the end of the rotation, where people, even those that do go a lot all by feel, are going to feel that they actually know the courses quite well. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this whole video regards the new tour rotation. Have in mind, we have lots of free content as well on our website, golfclashtommy.com, where we, of course, when the new tour rotation kicked in, which is the 22nd of September, then we will be updating on our website as well, so you can follow along with the free content there too. Lots more on that website also, obviously. But if you have forgotten what I said in the beginning, then you can scan the QR code on the screen or use the link in the description down below to get to our platform, patreon.com/golfclashtommy. From there, navigate to the shop, make a one-time purchase via there, or if you're looking to do an even greater investment, then you can subscribe to a package that has either the tour guide continuously, or you combine that with a tournament package or something like that. Now, enough from me. Let me know if there is any questions in Messenger or in Telegram, or shoot us an email on support@golfclashtommy.com. Thank you so much once again, and I wish you the best of luck going into season 92 and the course rotation.